I promised that I will be in Bahrain on the 24th of May, Friday. The location has been fixed. It's Hotel Rami Grand, opposite to Seif Mall. Those desirous of meeting me in Bahrain can contact my team at the WhatsApp number given below or drop an email at the email address given below. See you in Bahrain on the 24th of May.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Saturday. Yes, if you've been looking at the markets, you would have noticed the markets have been up and down, really not going anywhere. And like I said, and Anand has been repeatedly saying, till this election cycle comes to an end, domestically speaking at least, that is till June, first week, till there's clarity on who's going to be ruling us, the market is going to be fluctuating in these range bounds. You're not going to see anything great happening until we get some kind of clarity in the results. Of course, if the ruling party is in majority, then the market will probably rise and continue bouncing upward. And if there's a confusion and there's a coalition government and there's no clarity on who's going to be there in the center, if it doesn't look like there's a strong leadership, then of course, market could also correct, making the FIIs nervous. So till that point in time, it's a wait and watch. Other than that, we can talk about gold. Akshaya Tritiya was the festival that was held. The big thing up in north, but down south is not a big thing. So if you do participate in it and you did manage to buy some gold, I'm happy for you. If not, don't worry. Gold prices are going to be in this range bound for some time, so you can also look at gold. Talking about gold, we can look at Kalyan Jewellers. Their results being up, revenues up 34, and the results of Kalyan is heartwarming in the sense that the revenue seems to have come from a broad range, and they've seen revenue operations even increase by 14% in places like in the Middle East. Of course, it is trading at 70 PE, so we can't really consider it at this point of time. But those of you who have bought it at a better price, I'm sure can look at booking some profit or exiting your capital, at least as a consideration. The other one is Cipla. Cipla's profits have soared by 79% to 939 crores. Dividend has been declared at 13 rupees a share. We were initially worried that the Cipla family was going to exit this company and Torrent was planning to take over. So we were a little hesitant about looking at this company. But now it is apparent that Torrent is not planning to buy this company, and the family continues to run this company. So at this current price, it is something to look at. And if you're interested in pharma, maybe Cipla is something you can look at. Other than that, the other companies Anand has spoken about, I'm sure you can catch it on his channel on MoneyPechu. These are the few which I wanted to touch on before I get into our topic of the day. So do watch his channel and do watch that video. It is of great interest, especially if you're looking at domestic markets alone and nothing wider than that. So what did I want to talk about today? What I want to talk about today is what's happening in Apple, and some interesting news came out about Apple. And the news is iPad Pro was launched with not much of a fanfare. It kind of blindsided a lot of people. It just came out of nowhere. Then it was being ridiculed about the M4 chip and that it's just literally a spec bump from the previous generation to this. Like I was saying, most people who use iPad do not do video editing like I do. Those people who do video editing are very limited who use iPad Pro for such a reason. And those who are your hardcore video editors, I'm sure prefer your large screens and more large monitors and a desktop. So it's a very limited niche which they have been focusing on, and they've been pushing that it's such a powerful processor and can do all this. And a lot of us were feeling perplexed about this. But then the news was that, hang on, that the M4 class chip is actually an AI chip, and you have to wait till June to really understand what Apple plans to do with this when iOS 18 comes out. And this is where it gets interesting. It seems that I've been talking about this for some time, that Apple was looking at partnershiping with either Google or Microsoft, which is OpenAI, to bring AI to its devices. Because Apple has failed to incubate anything internally right now using any LLM to showcase this as their own AI genesis. But that's not happening. So they seem to be keen on tying up with either with OpenAI or with Google to bring Gemini to it. The news seems to be now trickling out through various sources that Apple and OpenAI have really close to a deal, nearing a deal to bring OpenAI into iPhone devices at least. That is going to be baked into iOS 18, and this is going to be something new and revolutionary. Where you can really find out more of this is going to be in the developer conference in June, where more information is going to be shared by Apple at that point of time with everyone, the wider world, to what is really happening with AI and Apple. The discussion between Apple and OpenAI has been going on for some time. The terms have almost been finalized. Though the specifics, as always, because it's Apple, is being very closely kept and guarded secret, and hardly any details are being shared with anybody on this, other than those people involved in the talks. The talks with Google is potentially licensing Gemini as a chatbot has not reached any agreement as yet. That is why this OpenAI seems to be the one they're going with right now. Do remember, Google and Apple already have an existing relationship when it comes to Google Search being the preferred search engine in Apple products, and Google shares quite a bit of its revenue to Apple, and that has been bolstering Apple, their own revenue streams and their their books. As I said in a previous video, when some court filings on another case gave insight into this in 2021, is what those details were regarding. So we could extrapolate and imagine what Google is paying Apple right now. So Apple aims to introduce several new AI features, especially ChatGPT, because ChatGPT right now is what has captured the imagination of the wider public in terms of AI. So this is going to be baked in, and definitely they're going to offer it into Apple Music, Apple Cloud, and a whole host of features within Apple. This move is part of Apple's broader strategy to advance AI capabilities within their device. So what else can be expected? The other news which was part of this same thing, the same line, was Apple is developing its own AI chip, hardware that is. And this AI chip is going to be used for their Apple's data centers and any data centers that is run on the Apple's software. And its own processor is going to be used in that. So this is where Apple's own AI is going to come into life, and we're probably going to see this going forward. Whatever this open AI deal is, it is something which is going to be like a bridge, so Apple can get its own AI into place, and it'll probably launch in a couple of cycles later. There'll probably be something internal, which we'll see in data centers, then probably on their servers, and probably it'll slowly branch out and come. We'll have to wait and watch which way they decide to go with this. When all of this came to some kind of understanding was during a earnings conference call, Tim Cook highlighted Apple's comprehensive integration of hardware, software, services as a key differentiator in AI. So he has assured earnings call to investors when investors were clamoring and asking what is Apple doing in the world of AI. It seems to be rather quiet about it. He told them, hang on, don't worry. We are working on a holistic solution, which is usually the way people buy time, saying that it's something not only hardware, it's going to be software and services all baked together, bringing it together. So this is going to be interesting. While the official announcement of the deal has not been made yet, negotiations, whomsoever are involved, and whatever has been leaked out has showing there's a strong possibility of this happening and this integration. So this is a major news as far as Apple users are concerned, Apple investors are concerned, and we've all been waiting to see what Apple is going to be offering in terms of AI and where is Apple's product landscape heading towards as it's facing more and more competition in the market. One thing Apple does have is on its side is it has strong customer retention. That means once you get into the Apple ecosystem, you tend to stay in the Apple ecosystem, and it's very hard to leverage someone inside that ecosystem out. What was looking like could have done this was OpenAI and the influence of artificial intelligence. So a lot depends on how Apple integrates AI into its devices and its platforms to make sure customers who are using Apple don't feel left out and left behind, and they start moving away from Apple. So the next few months, year or so, is going to be interesting times for iPhone users and Apple investors to sit and watch. This is the main idea and the story which I wanted to share with you on this Saturday. I hope you found it informative and entertaining as always, and I'll be back with another one tomorrow. Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.